Welcome back into the RXFL. Week 16 continues, and we're continuing our simulation triple header here. We just had our fourth overtime game in the RXFL. This is going to go down as one of the wildest weeks in RXFL history. This one is more so for the London Bulldogs. You can see the Marshals 4-10. They're out of it. London, they got an opportunity. They were everyone's early pick, the London Bulldogs, to win it all. They've had a struggle of a season. They're at 6-7-1. They have a chance to finish with an above 500 record if they can win the last two games. And that tie that they had with the other London team, the 10-3-1 London Monarchs, there's a big chance that one with the percentages could give them the nod for the postseason. We're going to jump into this one here. It's Peyton Manning and the London Bulldogs. Like we said, the early pick, the consensus pick, the one that everybody had on their bingo card to try to win it all. And we're going to see what happens in this one when San Antonio and London go toe-to-toe. Sit back, relax, enjoy this one. It's simulation style, computer versus computer in this one. I'm going to jump in at the end for the comments. Enjoy this bonus triple header of the RXFL between the London Bulldogs and the San Antonio Marshals. Playoffs on the line for London. We've had some insane games here in the RXFL this week. Let's get some more. Bart Starr, Peyton Manning, Super Bowls, supremacy. Let's see what happens. London trying to qualify. A loss takes them out.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the London Bulldogs and the San Antonio Marshals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Bulldogs and the San Antonio Marshals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Manning will try again on second down. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Hey, just want to say a quick hello to Parker. What's going on? You're in here for our computer versus computer simulation, so you're not going to be hearing my in-game commentary on this one, but it's been an insane Week 16 in the RXFL, so hit the follow button here on Twitch. We appreciate you joining by. Join us because there are going to be other games where we do full commentary, but for today, we're busting out some of these playoff games, Week 16. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Glad to have you here, my friend.
Less than a yard. A give to Smith out of the gun, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, here's Smith. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's Allen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Get it. Go.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
30 base. Watch right. You're trash. Go. Mike, ready.
On 2nd down now. Riggs. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Fourth down, so Pat Shurmur trots out the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offense.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown! A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They run it here with Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a give, right side. Riggs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
You ready? Go 58's the mic. All day, dog.
On third down, Riggs. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
Yeah, baby. We got
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last
true.
time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there.
Touchdown!
With his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Hey, Parker, glad to hear that, my friend. I'm glad that you were watching a lot of the old stuff. We're actually uploading a lot of the old stuff up on our Patreon page. We're putting up the archives up there. So we got the newer stuff here. So if you want to check out a lot of that old stuff, we have it up there at patreon.com/tbsports27. We have we're uploading the Troy Trojan stuff. I know I'm trying to think of what ifs that we have. We're getting to some of those later on. I know we had the Ryan Leaf, the Chip Kelly one is coming up next. But if you want to check out a lot of that older archive stuff, because our old YouTube channel got kicked to the curb and it was out of our control that happened. It was a purely YouTube decision, and I could not fight back on it. But I had most of the videos, not every video saved, but I have a pretty good chunk. I mean, I got at least a couple hundred videos saved. You're going to see some missing stuff, but we're getting the archives loaded. We have the entire Denver Broncos franchise, our Houston Astros stuff is up there. We have our Lefty Richard series up there, the stuff we did with All Pro Football. Most of the BCS playoff stuff, we're missing some of the semifinal and national championship rounds of our most recent season. So if you have any of that, or if you don't know anyone that has any of that, hit me up. But the Troy Trojan stuff, we're starting to upload that. Trying to think of what else. We got the entire arena football with the Georgia Forces up there, the Blitz the League series that we did with the Minnesota Reapers that we've considered bringing back as well. That is all up, so do check that out. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Parker, for being a longtime fan. But I just mentioned that if you want a chance to see that old footage, that is all up on our Patreon page, so do give that a look. And if you want to see more RXFL action as well, we just dropped a crazy shootout between Philadelphia and Dallas, Brett Favre versus Norm Van Brocklin. So when you get done with these two streams today, you can check that game out. We do commentary in full on that one. That's up on our Patreon page as well. But check out our YouTube links, because the archives, all these streams that we do on Twitch, we upload over on YouTube. So this one will probably be uploaded in YouTube in late August, because we're really ahead of schedule, which is awesome. We got all of July and most of all August already planned out. So archives go up on YouTube. We got bonus stuff and our archived classic archives up on Patreon. So check that out. And again, we appreciate you being a longtime fan. And oh, you love the Troy? Yeah, the Troy stuff is going up right now. We got about 7 or 8 of those old episodes up, and I think we had like 50 or 60 episodes in total, somewhere around there. We did 3 seasons, I think, maybe a little more, but that's going up right now. So if you want to check that out, Patreon gets you in the door. There's a couple different levels, but our cheapest tier gets you right in, gets you all the bonus content, but we have different levels of shout-outs, and we have a viewer request, so folks can request different streams that they want to do as well. So do check that out. So we appreciate you. Thanks again for being a long-time supporter and a long-time fan. Glad to hear from you. You know, I love hearing about folks that say, hey, I was a long-time viewer of yours. That's awesome to hear. I love hearing that. Right now, Peyton Manning, He's doing Peyton Manning things right now, but Bart Starr's got the Marshals on the run. Let's see how this one ends up.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Looking to throw. Starr to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Move. Alert, alert. 3 down.
Now it's Smith. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the draw, this is Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On 3rd down, Smith. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
You got it.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other.
Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And touchdown. Dez Bryant. 76 yards as his guys are back within a single score. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. He's got his man Cruz. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Let's go.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 5.
Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Smith. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, now Manning. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Manning. Complete to Newsome. And he's got this down to the 35. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Manning. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run it here with Smith. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Break. Mike, 57.
Throwing on 1st down is Manning. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
From the gun, it's Manning. That's complete to White. And he is out of bounds here. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Manning. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Manning now on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a 26-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me
I
there,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Des Bryant now, he gears up to help lead this offense again. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving.
We got 4. We got 4.
Throwing again. Starr. Gets it to Gordon. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down. Starr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Single.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Bryant has it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and 2. Starr throwing the out route and complete. That's Hayes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw. Starr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Okay, baby, let's go.
Our focus now moving to Des Bryant as he heads back out there. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
And what it feels like, he's going to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Starr. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Starr. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Yeah, baby, yeah. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
On 3rd down, Starr firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. That time, a 6-play drive. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This is Smith. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Smith. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come get some.
On the run, it's Smith. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Madden. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Manning. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw. Starr. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hayes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Starr able to get this to Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready. 58 to Mike. I got wide.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Got Gordon open, completes it. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
15-1. 15-1. Hey, we got 4.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Second and 3. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. And he's such a talented tight end. Just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
57's a mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
From the 27, Manning. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Manning, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And they bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Pull it together.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Starr over the middle, complete. That's Hayes. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Starr. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Starr. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Let's go, fellas.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Starr. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Starr. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Get it. Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Let's go, boys.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Starr. It's caught by Bryant, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Des Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my
Ladies and gentlemen, the London Bulldogs were pretty much dominating this game early on. San Antonio, who has a 4-10 record. I mean, they're down about as low as you can get. They might eliminate the early season favorites to win it all from the postseason here. It's do or die for London, and for the Bulldogs, this has been the story all season long of just disappointment and underperforming. So we're going to see, can Peyton Manning pull off another miracle comeback? He's done it so many times in his pro football career. These next 6 minutes, it's do or die for London. My goodness.
Working from the gun, Manning. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now with Smith. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, this is Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey. We got 3. Three down.
Operating from the gun, Manning. And he's got his man on the out route.
Last stop.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down.
From the gun, Manning. He's got White here. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Yeah,
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tight end right. Everyone
They'll go for it. It's Manning. And caught by Cruz. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. In for the score. As his guys are back within a single score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
Classic Peyton Manning right there.
You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, then you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Go. 18 Gator. Under 10. 10.
On 3rd down, Riggs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
30 base.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the home team here, it's a good 5th win for them as they play out the string. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for London, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks.
All right, guys. Wow. Another tight contest, another week 16 close game. Didn't quite go into overtime. I thought we were heading that way. The London Bulldogs' inability to stop the rushing attack down the stretch there. Bart Starr, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Unbelievable game from him. That puts them at 8 losses, and that should just about do it now. They're 6-8-1. So it's still interesting because a Week 17 win with that tie, there's always some weird mathematics stuff that could maybe put a team that is 7-8-1 above a team that's 8-8. But it's going to be all dependent on how things play out. But with that one, I mean, you can't go into it. I know it was a road game, but with the Marshals only having 4 wins to their name, that was a loss you couldn't afford, and it's just been a season of disappointments for a team that, like we said, going into this year, all the people said this is the team that's going to win it all, and they have not lived up to the hype. And you look at the roster and what we got here, and you got Emmitt Smith on the team. And I'm just going to look at this team, but Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Alshon Jeffrey, Victor Cruz, Roddy White, and then on defense, like Bunacante and David, Landon Collins, Howie Long, Derek Brooks, Dexter Jackson. Like, this is the Tampa Bay Super Bowl team. You got Howie Long, a legend, Raymond Claiborne, Anthony Blake. It just goes up and up. Ray Renfro, all the way up and down the line. and this team cannot get it together. It's crazy. This is part 2 of our triple header, guys. We are not going anywhere. We got one more game coming your way. Parker, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to stop this stream, but we're going to start up a third stream as we are going to wrap up our triple header here today with the Atlanta Dirty Birds, Tom Brady, going up against Andrew Luck and the Memphis Egyptians in a similar situation here. Memphis, we'll talk about it in the next game. But for those of you that tuned in, thank you again, Parker, for being a part of the action. We hope you'll be able to join us for our final stream here of week 16 for our triple header. Now, we are going to come back, Parker. We're going to come back maybe tomorrow, and we got the number 1 team versus the number 3 team in 13-1 Portland going up against 10-3 Mexico City, or I should say 11-3 Mexico City, which is going to be a possible championship preview right there. There's a lot of stuff still going on, but we're going to come back. We're going to end this stream. We're coming back. For those of you that watched on here on Twitch, like Parker, hit the follow button, come back. For those of you that are watching the replay on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And do check out patreon.com/TBSports27. It really helps support the channel. In the meantime, we're trying to make this a full-time gig where we can stream with you each and every day. So all your support helps out in such a huge way. Patreon.com/TBSports27 for bonus footage for all the archives. And we'll be back. For those of you watching on Twitch, we're coming back with our triple header. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, you'll want to be back tomorrow because we got another good one. Atlanta and Memphis.